It is official. We have now gone to war with Iran. What does this mean for the stock market, your positions, how to trade going into this week, and what you can expect going forward if you should trade or you should not? Like and subscribe, and make sure you guys use the best prop firm in the game. Use code Steph at checkout on Alpha Futures. So we've now officially attacked Iran publicly for the first time. Apparently it was successful, but there's a lot of things going on inside the markets tomorrow that's going to literally change everything. And the biggest thing is fear. So ES wasn't consolidating too bad. We had a really nice chop on gold, which I think was anticipating this. Same thing with NQ, very choppy, very rangy. Everybody's waiting to see what happens. There's so much war tension, there's so much tariff tension. What could go wrong? Investors will always think the worst, and now publicly we have came out. I think they did this on purpose to make sure it was on a weekend, and they said, hey, we attacked Iran, it's gone public, it went successful, but there's not a single person thinking, oh, let's go, it's finished, it's over, it's successful, let's continue to buy and hold my positions while we're near all-time highs. I think this is going to cause some tension. Oh my gosh, this is going to fearmonger. What's going to happen next? My mom's texting me, oh my gosh, be careful. My girl's texting me, yo, are we gonna die? I'm scared. I personally don't think this is gonna be a big deal at all. I think this is just gonna be another thing. We've always had issues in the Middle East, but of course this just brings us closer and closer to World War III, which is just gonna make the markets even crazier. It's ideal though that we did trade through all that tariff news previously, where we saw that insane volume 5% days on the indexes, because I think this is not gonna be to that level, but it's gonna be very similar. It's gonna be very unpredictable, very choppy, extremely volatile. Before we get more into the price action and chart side of it, let's just get you guys an in-depth example of what's going on right now and what we should expect. And just with one Google search, we already see the problem. Investors set to flock to safety as world awaits Iran's response. That is all it is. It's anticipation now. We know we're in control. We know we're the biggest country in the world. We got the best military in the world. But if you're an investor, if you're holding positions, why would you want to go against a potential world war? Traders are forecasting a drop in stocks, a jump in crude oil prices, and potentially strengthening of the dollar as investors head for safety in the wake of the U.S. attack on Iran's 3 main nuclear sites. Well, people are going to be liquidating themselves. They're going to be taking their money out of the markets. We're already back near all-time highs. It's an area where prices are already pretty scary. We're going to see a lot of panic selling throughout the beginning of this week. I do think it's going to start to cool off as the week ends, but once again, it's all anticipation. Your strategy, the way that you trade, the ideas that you have going into days basing your trades off of price action are going to mean absolutely nothing. Why? Because in scenarios like this, in times like this, big money is not looking at the chart. They're not looking at an algorithm. They're looking at news, and that is going to take our edge out of the market. So realistically, we should not be trading. I still will give it a shot until I deem it is pretty much untradeable, because I'm very curious on how we're going to react to this and what's going to happen to the stock market going forward, how it's going to react, if we're going to correct. But I think in this situation, it's just going to be very, very good that we just hypothesize. We kind of sit back. We watch what happens. Again, the market opens up around 6 o'clock Eastern my time. I'm going to wait at 6 o'clock. I'm going to see what happens. It's going to be a ginormous sell-off. I'm probably going to look for a potential retest and see what we can do. Big things though is you need to be able to sit on your hands. You need to be able to control yourself. You need to be able to watch the chart, get a sample size from that time frame, say, hey, do I want to trade right now? Should I trade right now? Yes, I'll give it a shot. If not, no, I cannot waste my opportunity here. It's very important you wait, you sit back in times like this, wait until we get our edge back, and then we start to actually attack the market. When you see these things about how bad day trading is and like, oh, 99% of day traders fail, it's because they try to continue to execute every single day and get a return. Friday, I made almost $15,000 on gold. The return on just that one trade that I made is higher than most people's retirements will get back every single year. So technically, right now, if I quit for the rest of the year, I could beat the market, but that's the problem. You will beat the market as a day trader, then you will continue to attack it over and over again, and just through sheer volume, you're going to either get back down or even lose more than you had in the beginning. You have to play this game more like chess. It's very strategical, and in chess, the main thing is you need to be 3 steps ahead. You need to be able to watch and understand, hey, if I do this, this is going to be the cause, this is going to be the effect. And at that point, what is the cause of that? And then what's the effect of that going to be? If I know right now we just had a war start, we attacked Iran, we're going to see a lot of panic selling coming into the day tomorrow. It's going to be very volatile and very unpredictable. What does that mean for me? It means that I lose my edge. When I take a trade, when I lose my edge, I'm more than likely going to lose. When I'm more than likely to lose, I'm going to more likely try to chase. And then when I try to chase, I'm going to lose even more money, and then I'm going to lose my account. Where I sit back, I observe the price action, I watch what's happening, I get a sample size, I dictate if this is now a time where I want to trade, and I take a trade. I was actually bullish on gold from the start of this war. Once again, I am getting new to gold. I'm going to be very curious to see how we react on gold, if this is going to push it down. There's 2 scenarios where I'm trying to think it's out of my head, because it does say here the dollar is going to raise in value. I agree with that. The dollar should be going up, because once again, people are going to be taking their money out of stock, liquidating themselves, keeping their money flat and waiting for something to happen, then putting themselves back in the market when things are cooling down. In my eyes, once again, gold is one one of the best inflation beating tools we've ever had. I would imagine that most of these big buyers are going to be taking their money out of the market and putting it into oil or gold, but I don't know. But that might not be the case, because statistically the US dollar pretty much inverses gold, and we're going to be seeing a big jump on the US dollar. Then at that point, if we're seeing a big jump on the US dollar, it's more than likely that gold is going to fall as well. This is the best thing about day trading though. I have no positions open right now in my short-term day trading portfolio. If this opens up 10% up, if this opens 10% down, it doesn't matter to me, because at that point I can predict, just like I'm doing right now. I can predict and project, but I'm not going to lose anything at the end of the day. Then when I find the time is right, I jump in and I attack. Concern that the war will intensify even further is likely to push equity prices lower, while bonds may get a boost. Market watchers say the moves will be bigger if Iran responds with such steps as blocking the Strait of fucking whatever, a key passage for oil and gas shipments, or attacking U.S. forces in the region. Once again, Iran, Middle East country, has a lot of oil reserves. If they do decide to block those off, prices of oil are going to go up, prices of gas could potentially go up. And I've never been one to trade crude oil, but we are dabbling right near all-time highs once again, and I think that this could continue to probably pop up even higher around the $80 range. The reason why I really like crude oil right now is because, once again, this has not happened yet where we're seeing a blockage in oil, but it's going to be opened up a lot off of rip at right at market open, just because already people are going to be predicting that. But once we do see that rip, on top of the fact as the potential blockage, that's going to shoot it even higher. So it does look like we could get a long setup on crude oil. The initial reaction will be a flight to safety, and equities will probably be weaker. The level that stock markets are standing at, they're definitely going to face increased risk. There's no doubt about that. Market reaction has been muted since Israel's initial assault this month. Even after falling for the past 2 weeks, the S&P is only about 3% below its all-time high. Investors expect the conflict to be localized with no wider impact on the global economy, but it all depends on how the conflict develops, and the things seem to be changing by the hour. The only way would they take it seriously is if the Strait of Hormuz gets blocked. Iran has vowed to impose everlasting consequences for the bombing and said it reserves all options to defend its sovereignty. Still, downside is likely to be limited because some of market participants have been preparing for a worsening conflict, meaning a deep sell-off is less likely at these levels. So what you guys need to know, politically, this is going to be a little crazy. There's going to be a lot of fear-mongering, a lot of news. You guys know how it usually goes. Trump already gets scrutinized a lot. From a war standpoint, we're going to be fine. My mom literally texted me like we were about to get drafted into the military. There will not be a missile hitting your house anytime soon. From a stock market standpoint, let me give you guys my outlook on the week. Of course, right now and going forward, I'm going to be bearish. I want to take bear setups. I want to play to the bearish side on the NAS and on ES. Depending on how gold initially reacts, once again, I'm newer to gold. I've been making a lot of money with it, but I don't really understand how we're going to see a big move now. Dollar should be going up. That means gold should technically be going down. Crude oil should be going up. My predictions, though, on ES itself, it's not about a key level thing like, oh, we're going to come down, we're going to come right here, we're going to buy up. That's not how this works. When there's economic, situations like this and political situations like this, this little level right here has nothing to do with anything. So I do think we're going to see a nice sell-off off the rip. Again, just panic selling, people wanting to take their money out of the market and then just wait for things to cool down, and then we're going to put it right back in. So I'm thinking we're going to see a sell-off. I don't know if it's going to be a week. It's going to be 2 weeks. I think it's going to be very volatile. Some of you guys on funded accounts might not even be able to trade because of that 5% rule. I don't think it's crazy or out of pocket if we were down 5% today. And then, of course, I do think we're just going to continue to buy back up. So if you guys have any long-term positions or you guys have money to put into a long-term, I would suggest, right now might be a good time to buy. I don't think this is going to turn into World War III. I don't think Iran is going to make this into a big thing. They're going to get destroyed. The U.S. is obviously 20 times bigger. It has a way better military. I don't think Iran has some crazy, friendlies that are just going to turn the whole world against us. I think it'll be fine. It's just going to be a little crazy. I just want you guys to be safe, trade correctly, wait, sit back, watch what happens, just let it unfold. And then when the time is right, when you feel like it's a good shot, take advantage of the volatility, because that is the first thing about this. I'm excited for this. When the whole tariff thing was going down, yes, it was insane. Yes, it was unpredictable. But if you got the right side, you were making so much money. I want to do the same thing here. That's my goal. Just play it safe, sit back, watch it take a trade, get the setup, get it, get out, subscribe. I'll see you later.